Yes, CE, I'm here in the heart of Hephzibah at the intersection of Windsor Spring Road and Highway 88. Here in the past 10 minutes, the wind has really started to pick up, especially right now. You can probably see the signs behind me getting blown over. The street lights are going crazy, and these barrels are also being tossed by the wind. There's a stop sign going crazy right next to me just outside of this shot, and some trash cans that are blown over there. And the wind you see right now, it's not even as heavy as it just was. These gusts are going in and out, but the rain is staying pretty steady over here. There are puddles up on the floor, but people are still driving past. We've had cars driving past every few minutes. So if you are out on the roads, people need to remember to stay safe and to not get out here if they can help it. Live out here in Hephzibah, Lex Juarez, Fox 54 News Now.
Right now I'm in Richmond County. I'm on Berkman Road, right by Ingleside Drive, and behind me that you see is Rays Creek. Now this water is really rushing. It's cresting over here. I'm going to flip the camera so you guys can see just how high it is right now. So as you can see, the water is moving very fast, and this is the highest that it has been seen by many bystanders that I've spoken to. I spoke to a woman earlier who said she's lived here for 30 years and this is the second time she's seen it this high. So this is very dangerous. I would definitely keep your kids and pets maybe away from this. Keep them on a leash because this water is moving very fast, and this water, Rays Creek leads to Lake Olmsted. So, and it passes by Augusta National, so I would definitely watch out for this water. And it just shows you how much rain Hurricane Michael brought, or Tropical Storm Michael brought to the area. So this is just a point of reference for you guys to see, and you can actually hear the water and how fast it's moving. I will definitely stay out here with live updates online. And right now we're going to toss to Maya Payton.
Yes, thanks, Destiny. I am here on Myra Street in front of a apartment that a tree has fallen into the bedroom. Now, the resident that was in this apartment at the time did not get hurt, and she has made it out. But I do not want to go too far to show you in the specifics of the damage behind because there is a live wire that is laying on the ground that's connected to a generator right now, so it's very dangerous. But you can definitely see how the tree fell directly into the roof, and it's a big hole in there, I'm told. Now, I do want to say that, you know, the chief did say that anytime a tree falls into your home, you need to get out immediately. Do not stay in there to get anything out. Do not try to pull things out yourself, or just get you and your family out of there and then wait for the professionals to clear your apartment. For right now, when I find more damage, I'll be sure to update you all. In Burke County, Maya Payton, Fox 54 News Now.
Hey, good morning to you. We're taking a live look for you right now as we're along Clinton Street here in Barnwell. We had a very large tree which was blocking the street. We got here about a half an hour ago. We were kind of waiting on crews to get here to actually clear that tree. You can actually see them working on that right now as we speak. Clinton Street's still shut down at this point here in Barnwell, but it does not look like it'll be too long before this street is cleared. And tree clearing, Barnwell Police, Barnwell Fire, they have been very, very busy doing that. They tell me that's what they've been doing more than anything else, really. Not any reports of any major flooding here in the Barnwell area. Thankfully, the rain has really let up here, but the wind does continue. So, again, we do expect things to continue as far as the wind for at least the next couple of hours. That will die down hopefully a little bit later on this afternoon, and we'll expect some quieter conditions in the days to come. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and take a look at the latest with Michael. We'll send it back into meteorologist Jay Jeffries for more on that.
All right, thanks a lot there, Pierce and Maya, of course, and Destiny, all because of this. This is that tropical storm now, and it was a tropical storm, a little bit stronger when it did get to the CSRA. Our winds are now still about 50 miles an hour, gusting up to about 65, and it is moving out of the area. Now, the wind gusts, of course, and the winds, that's what we're going to have to deal with now. Most of the rain activity is well to the east of us, making the wind gusts of 28, 35, 25 in Vidalia, 30 in Thompson, 37 in Augusta, and 33 degrees around the Barnwell area. Look at the rainfall. The rainfall totals is close to about 3 inches in most areas there. That's going to be the eye of the storm. Is moving into the Carolinas, and it was a good amount of heavy winds was also brewing up around 3 or 4 a.m. for this morning. This is a very quick system. This has been in a while there. I haven't seen a system that developed so quickly, so you didn't really have a lot of time to prepare. You only had about 2 or 3 days. Normally you have about 6 to 7 days or a week to prepare for these storms before making landfall. And the other part of this, the difference between this one and portions of, say, Florence, is due to the fact it moved very quickly. Had it slowed up, it would have been more of a rainmaker across the area. Now, you can see this is a tropical storm warning. There we go. They're now starting to release some of the county's area. We told you the western portion of it will be released first. All to the east of us, that's going to be the tropical storm warning until about 5:02. Across the area there for you, this will stretch all the way to the coastline, up the eastern seaboard into Charlotte, Charleston, Savannah, and Myrtle Beach. More coming up in just a few minutes. Our time is 8:33. Let's get back up to Stephanie.
Thank you so much, Jay. Here it is, the winds, the rain, the power outages. This is Hepzibah early this morning as Tropical Storm Michael brings wind gusts and steady rain. Those gusts knocking down traffic cans and traffic barrels. The rain quickly leading to puddles and standing water on the roadways. And drivers still were spotted on the roads early this morning, but city leaders are urging everyone to stay off the roads and not drive into any standing water.
Firefighters in Jefferson County say road conditions there are a top concern this morning as you head to work. Tropical Storm Michael sweeping through parts of the CSRA as a hurricane and then to a tropical storm. And RINs, first responders say it's important to be careful on the road.
Here we go. This is some video just sent in from Burke County. Fresh new video here for you. Crews clearing trees just before dawn. Authorities say this is why so many schools and businesses have canceled events today.
North Augusta Public Safety also asking you to stay off the roads if you can this morning.
That's right. Debris causing a lot of issues there. Now, here's a rundown of some of the problem roads. 5 Notch Road between Pisgah and Ponderosa, Austin Graybill Road at National Healthcare, Meriwether Drive in Hammond Hill Subdivision, and West Martintown Road between Carolina Ave and Butler, 1 lane blocked. And
on Bunting Drive between Tohee and Lowe, there's an issue. Curtis Drive between Nabokny and Hollis there. And an I-20 eastbound between mile markers 2 and 3. Both lanes still blocked this morning. We also have an issue there at Alta Vista and Bluff Avenue.
That's right. The big message here, folks, is to stay off the roads unless it is an emergency. If you need to report any fallen trees or other road blockages, call 803-279-2121.
Power outages, of course, continue to be a part of this storm. Statewide, Georgia Power still reporting more than 194,000 outages, and that includes more than 4,800 in Richmond County, 4,500 in Columbia County, and 3,100 in Emmanuel County. And meanwhile, SCNG customers are reporting more than 5,100 outages in Aiken County alone. And electric co-ops still working hard this morning to restore power in both Georgia and South Carolina. Nearly 12,000 statewide outages are being reported. Jefferson Energy Cooperative reporting nearly 3,000 outages. And this morning, hundreds of thousands still without power throughout the Florida Panhandle, South Alabama, and Southwest Georgia.
Several flights arriving and departing from Augusta Regional Airport have been canceled. Now, American Airlines and Delta Airlines do still have some flights that are on a delay, but there are not many. Of course, there are some flights that we're seeing that are still scheduled to leave for this evening. Be sure to check with your airlines directly for the latest updates on your specific flight. Your time right now, 8:36. Wind and rain taking over earlier this morning. We'll look at some of the damage in Florida. We have it all coming up. Welcome back at 8:50. Stephanie Lopez and C.E. Huffman here. And of course, we continue with our team coverage out in Burke County. Yes,
our Fox 54 News Now reporter Maya Payton is there with more on what's going on throughout the county. Good morning.
Good morning, C and Stephanie. Yes, I'm still here on Migrant Street at an apartment. Now, earlier I showed you the damage outside of the apartment where a tree fell on top of the roof. Well, obviously now I'm inside of that apartment, and I spoke to the resident who was here at the time. Now, she is able to talk. She is well, that nothing happened to her, but she was sleeping in this bed when the tree fell. So you can imagine how emotional she is right now and how shocked she is. And I'm having to use this flashlight because there is no power. Now, she said that she was sleeping when she heard the sound of the tree. Now, the ceiling and everything that did fall, that didn't happen till much later. So she just heard the impact of the tree falling here. Now, I told you earlier that if a tree does fall into your home, you are to get out. Don't try to get any belongings. Get your family, get out and let the professionals clear out your apartment. Now, there is more damage at the back of this unit. However, I cannot show you that because there is a live wire hanging underneath the tree that fell, and it is connected to a generator, so that is very dangerous. But of course, I'm going to continue to follow damage here in Burke County along with the Burke County Sheriff's Office. If you know of any damage in Burke County, please email enews@wfxg.com so that we can let others know. Live in Burke County, Maya Payton, Fox 54 News Now.
All right, Maya, thank you so much. This storm has been nothing less than historic. Just 2 miles per hour short of being a Category 5 to blast into Florida.
And here's a look at what Hurricane Michael is by the numbers. Now, this was the first Category 3 hurricane to track into Georgia since 1898. And Michael's the 7th hurricane of the year coming out of the Atlantic. Now, on average, the Atlantic has about 5 hurricanes by this time of the year.
And before this storm made landfall, about 30 million people were under a hurricane watch or warning, or at least a tropical storm watch or warning, and that spanned across 6 states. The tropical storm forced wind speeds stretching more than 320 miles, which is the distance between New York City and Pittsburgh.
And adding to the historic nature of this beast of a storm, Michael was the first Category 4 storm on record to make landfall in the Florida Panhandle.